Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete and certified high performance coach. What motivates me? Three three insights that matter. Yes, I love Mondays. I love Monday morning at 5 o'clock because I am planning my week with this beautiful couple who will be married next February. Why do I tell you that? Because I have some things to share with you. Okay. So, why have they kept me so motivated? Why do I get so excited? It's because I'm operating in my genius zone. I do what I do best: podcast, create courses, and high performance coach. They do what they do best: support my efforts. I feel like I can run through a brick wall because of them, because they do the things that would slow me down. But when you can run at AI speed, in which they are trained by AI, and we're about to go to the next level, which you always level up to AI, the future is bright. And it can't be for you because I'm going to give you something at the end, something that could change your life, give you time freedom, work freedom, and personal freedom. We all want it. That's why I have this shirt on, because it's freedom time. Okay, let's get going. Now, just remember, operate in your genius zone. That is the most important thing you can do. And only do three things, not 10 things, not one thing, but three. The brain works in threes. The brain works in threes. We say that three peas in a pod. I'm in that pod. I could show you that, but I'm going to give you three things. Okay. Operating in your genius zone. What does that mean? It means critical thinking. It means puzzle solving, and it means meaningful relationships. Those are the three things I always practice. When I get up, I drink water, I think, I journal, and I plan and implement. So I drink, think, plan, and then implement. And if you're thinking critically, I always say the three P's. Power is in the pen and the paper. Power is in the pen and the paper. You start the practice of journaling, and I didn't do it until I had my stroke. 49 days to think critically, not the kind of thinking I want for you, but it happened. And when the cards get dealt, you got to play them. When you're sitting there half paralyzed, not being able to talk, walk, go to the bathroom, take a shower, do anything but just lay in a bed. And if they don't come and move you like they did at Shepherd and like they did treating you like you're special, and you're thinking about what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And you have plenty of time to ponder because you can't work and they wouldn't let you. You don't want to because you can't figure it. I mean, you just slide down the bed, they pull you up, they put a wedge under you because you got to keep you moving in that bed, even though you can't move. And I tell you that to tell you everybody's journey is different. You may not have had a stroke. You may not have had an opportunity to think for 49 days, but it changed my life. And when you can think critically, don't go through a stroke, because probably digital marketing gave me a stroke, because that is always changing, always stressful, always got something else to do. I now podcast, create courses, and high performance coach. That's all I do. So my critical thinking is around those. And when you critical thinking, you're always solving. I call it puzzle solving. I don't call it. Somebody else told me about it. Puzzle solving is life is a puzzle. Life is a puzzle. What piece do you need to finish that puzzle today? What piece do you need to finish that puzzle this week? I have 5 things I do for the week, one a day, and I get it done. I also have something that just because I had the time to contemplate, to think, I do 3 days in one, 3 5-hour days in one. So I get 21 days. Most get 7. What can you accomplish in 21 days when your competition is doing 7? That motivates you. And meaningful relationships. I'm always on the porch in the afternoon calling people, talking to people, encouraging people, having meaningful conversations with people. Because emotion is in the conversation. Feelings are in the conversation. Texting doesn't provide that. Email doesn't provide that. But conversations do. That's why I can stay motivated. Because I get up at 3:30, have my call at 5 with my team, plan and implement for the day. So when my energy starts to come down after 12, 14 hours, I pick it back up because a conversation, a feeling, a meaningful conversation fires you up. And that allows me to continue generating energy through the day. That motivates me. And finally, I want to give you this, because if you're not focusing on these 3 things, generating leads, creating cash flow, and building thriving communities. Let's go back to the generating leads. You have to create demand. Whatever you're doing. High demand, low supply, a beautiful, thriving business. Cash flow. High supply, low demand, you got a hobby. And that's okay if you want a hobby. But if you want a thriving business, it won't work. Demand drives everything. Drives leads, cash flow, and builds a thriving community. So you focus, and we have here in our community, because our community is impact. Our community is having fun. Our community is being bold. And if you can have that, you are motivated and you are motivated. And that's a beautiful thing, because motivation comes from within, operating in that genius zone, generating those leads, creating that cash flow for your business, and building thriving communities. That's why we do 20 people together, because we want a thriving community with you. I have a free course. I'm not going to offer it this morning, but you can check me out on my YouTube. If you see something about a free course, 12 sessions on the high performance habits, clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, you can get that. But you're not going to get it this morning. What you're going to get is the motivation and a strategy session. Because if you're not pumped at 5 o'clock on a Monday morning, because 80% over dread Monday morning. 80. What's that tell you? You got the wrong mindset. You're in the wrong occupation. You're doing the wrong thing. You don't have the skills. Whatever it tells you, you better receive it. Because if that's you, it doesn't have to be. You could be pumped at 5 a.m. You could be getting up at 3:30. Well, maybe not 3:30, but you could get up early and drink, think, journal, plan, and implement. Think. After you drink your water, hydrate, think, journal, plan, and implement. That's my routine. And when you do that and you're critically thinking, wow, you're motivated. You're motivated that you're not part of the 80% that dread Monday morning. You're part of the 20% that love Monday morning. Because if you do that activity, the 20% will more than make up for that 80%. but you have to make that mental shift. So when you book at peteking.me/SS, it'll be the best hour you will ever spend in your life. And I can assure you, because we're in the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. You got the entrepreneurial revolution, you got the digital revolution, you got the AI revolution, you got the mobile revolution, you got the personal development revolution, and you have one other, Bitcoin, digital currency led by Bitcoin. 6 major trends coming together. That's why your future is bright. But you got to do intentionality. Not thinking about scheduling a strategy session. I'll do that sometime. Sometime is now. Do it now. Be intentional about what you want to do. Be intentional about your Monday mornings. Get to the point you love Monday mornings. Like I've been loving them for probably almost 2 years. I love them. I can't wait to Monday morning because this team is helping me stay in my genius zone. Trex and Orlando, who will be married next year in February, they're my team. They give me confidence. They give me the focus of being in the genius zone. All right, let me give you something. Because I think, see that book right back there? Buy Back Your Time, Dan Martell. That one you need to practice. Up here, let me see here. Seth Godin on strategy. You better have a strategy. High Performance Habits by Brendan Bouchard right there. The Key Person of Influence by Daniel Priestley. And if you come down there, you see my 2 daughters. You see my planning. And oops, there we go. How to Win Friends and Influence People. A classic. Up here at Entrepreneurial Revolution. There's my hole-in-one. Yes, I did. I got a hole-in-one. It took me 45 years, but I did. And I'm trying to think what they are. Oh, these are workshops that we do. But here, these are my planning books, my beautiful daughters, and I have 2, and I have 6 granddaughters. So I'm surrounded by women. I love it. I love it. I love it. So buy back your time. Schedule a strategy session today. Go to peteking.me/SS. Because you do that, I've got a gift for you. A beautiful gift. I just gave a gift to somebody, but I have a gift for you for everybody that schedules a strategy session. It is the best gift you could ever get in your life because it keeps on giving. And your ability to put the power together, the 3 P's. Power comes from pen and paper. Power comes from pen and paper. Called journaling, but you get that gift. So schedule your strategy session today. Be intentional. Schedule. I only do 5 a week, so you can't get. You're all of a sudden you're going to find out. Well, you're booked way out there. Yes, I am. I will be. But you can get it today. Go to peteking.me/SS. Get a gift. The gift of learning. The gift of putting that power in the pen and paper. All right. That's all. I don't have any questions, but what motivates me? Well, it's this wonderful couple. Yes, they motivate me. And you practice critical thinking, puzzle solving, and meaningful relationships, you have a brighter future. And always think the 3 pillars of business are generating leads, creating cash flow, and building thriving communities. That can happen with us because together we're better. Be bold.